What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Bailey Canning. I'm an independent marketing strategist based in Colorado, working primarily with service-based businesses to help them design and develop custom websites. I'm very excited about today's video because it's been a long time coming. I am finally taking a look at the Relume AI Website Builder. So if you're not familiar with Relume and the work they've been doing in the Webflow space, it basically started out as a component library so that you could quickly design and develop client websites in Webflow. I did a video detailing how I use that for client projects in the past, so I will link it up here in case you want to check that out. This video is going to be a little bit of a part 2 to that original video, just because in the time since I made that video, they have come out with a site builder that leverages a lot of really cool AI features that we will be taking a look at very shortly here. And while I was a little skeptical at first because I was already using ChatGPT, number one, so I thought that I had a pretty good solution in the first place, but I just didn't really know how good of a job it would actually do. But I saw a lot of really great reviews from people in the industry when it first came out, and I know that the Relume team has been hard at work just adding a lot more features and bells and whistles to the product in the past several months. So I figured now was, a good time to take a look. In this video, I will be showing you a little demo of all the new pages I want to add to my personal brand website. But I have recently used the AI site builder for 2 new client website builds, and I gotta say, it is definitely saving me a couple hours compared to my old process of doing everything by hand manually in Figma. Even with the Relume wireframes, this AI site builder is probably helping me save 3 to 4 hours at least in terms of developing those initial UX wireframes and then getting them in a good enough place copy-wise as well to send to the client for an initial review. So I'm going to be sharing my screen very shortly here, detailing all the cool features and how I'm using it in terms to plan out some new pages on my personal brand website to promote myself to prospective clients. But before we get into that, we got to take care of the housekeeping. So if you're interested in branding, web design, or digital marketing, and you're looking for the latest tactics and strategies to grow your company online, then definitely subscribe to my channel because I'm putting out at least one video per week covering one of those topics that I really don't think you're going to want to miss because I've got a lot of great ideas in the pipeline. With that out of the way, now let's get into sharing my screen and showing you exactly how the Relume AI Site Builder works. All right, so I figured the best way to do this is just to show you a real life example of how I would do this for myself. So currently we're in the Relume AI Site Builder, but first let's just take a look at my current personal brand website. So it's very simple. It's really just a one-page website. We just have a quick about section, some portfolio examples of past client projects. I got a lot more I need to add to this, some testimonials, and then a quick CTA. And then lastly, there's also a very simple video section that I put together for some of the latest YouTube videos here. So it's basically a 2-page website. The other links here, portfolio and contact, are just anchor links. So I really need to add more content, and that is why we are here today in the Relume AI Site Builder. So I already have the homepage pretty much built out with all the content there and the videos page, but I want to add 3 new pages today. So that's going to be an about page. It's also going to be 3 unique services pages. So we're going to have a web design. You know what? Let's make it Webflow design / development. And then let's also have a digital marketing page. So I'll probably come up with different names later on after this. And then finally, I'm also going to have what's called a growth marketing roadmap page. Basically, what I've started doing for a lot of clients, because I think this has a lot of benefits for both me and the prospective clients I'm talking with at the time in that initial sales conversation, is doing the first stage of a website build, so the strategy phase, doing that as a standalone micro engagement. It's called the Growth Marketing Roadmap. I'll link out the current page I have to that on my agency site. But basically, it's just like a research, discovery, and then strategy proposal. This way, they get all the benefits of hiring me to learn more about the competition, to see how their marketing strategy, where it's succeeding, where it's failing, all that type of stuff. And then my recommendations and proposal for a new website and then ongoing digital marketing game plan. So that way, instead of signing into this big thing and they don't know where, what I'm going to be recommending or what the results are going to be, they can get a pretty solid understanding before they sign on to a bigger, larger engagement. So that's what that is. We're also going to have an inquiry page I'm going to build out. This is going to be basically just having a video ask form on the website. I will do a future video on this channel on video ask. That's going to be just basically a video driven form. So basically, the way the Relume Site Builder works is that we have the page name, and then we have a prompt here as well. So let's do this right now in real time. Let's just say create an about page for an independent, let's see how I can spell today, independent marketing strategist / website designer. Let's just do that. Let's just do a very simple generic one because I want to see what results we actually get from that before adding more context as well. All right, so you can see here we have a header section, we have an about section, we have a team section, and you can see here it also gives you a little bit more context here in terms of like subtext below. So if there are team members or collaborators, introduce them here. Not sure we're going to need that. Award logo list, okay, that could make sense. Client logos for sure. Unfortunately, I have not won any awards yet, but I'm only 26, so I'm going to be around here for a lot longer. So in the future, we'll need that, but not right now. Testimonials, benefit section, all right, that could all work. I think we need to add more context. So then for this one, let's do create a services page promoting the web design, copywriting, and development work. This freelancer, we'll just say, offers prospective clients when building a new or redesigned website. So basically, as you can see here, it starts to generate and actually build out the pages right away. So header section, feature section. What actually is very interesting about it is that if you give it these tools, so if you were to do all these pages one by one and then just do a big site prompt here, basically it would automatically generate all the pages it thinks you need anyway. But I'm just doing it one by one in this use case here. So we have a header section, we have a feature section, emphasize the quality of copywriting for web content, highlight the expertise in Webflow design, feature section. All right, real quick, if you're getting value out of this video and you would like to pick my brain on your company's website and current digital marketing strategy, then I invite you to book a complimentary strategy call with me. Link in the description to learn more about that and book time directly on my calendar. Long story short, it's a very friendly, casual discussion, about 30 to 45 minutes long. I will take the time to learn more about your company, the services it offers, the clients it helps, and then ultimately, based on learning more about your strategy and the kind of challenges you're facing as of this moment, I will help you outline a website and digital marketing game plan to help your company achieve its revenue and sales goals. So if that sounds interesting to you, link in the description to learn more about that strategy call offer. And with that out of the way, now let's just get back into today's video. So I think at this point it'd be helpful kind of just to show you visually. So if we go to the wireframe tab here, you can see it starts building this all out automatically, and it's also generating the copy on the fly as well. So here we have the header section. This is a little bit plain for my taste right now at the moment, but you do have the options to redo stuff. So if I were to click on this section here, see we have a header section. You have different options right away. So I can make this text left aligned, I could give it a background, or I could give it like a video background or an image background. We could add a form, we could add a button. So you have a lot of options to customize it right away. And then if you didn't like the copy, you could also have it regenerate the copy. So I'm still not too crazy about this. What you can do is you can click into it. So if we go here and then we can change replace component. What I don't like at the moment though is that it only gives you like suggested components here, but there are so many offered in Relume, but here we're getting like maybe 10 different components. I'm not too crazy about any of them, but that is why I think at a certain point you can only get this so good, at least in my experience right now, before you eventually want to actually bring it into Figma, which I can also show you real quick at the end of this video. So basically here we have, again, this is the Webflow development page. Let's, just see what it does by not giving any context, but generating the rest of the pages here. So we have digital marketing. It does need us to add a page prompt actually. So let's just say create a service page for a digital marketing strategist around SEO, paid traffic, email marketing, and reporting and analytics, we'll say. So that way clients are actually getting notified about what's actually going on with their marketing strategy. So you can see here we have header section, feature section about SEO, paid traffic. So basically built out a feature section for all the key services, the benefits, the CTAs, the footers. Okay. See, for example, here, I think it would need a portfolio section. So what you can do is just, let's say we want to add it right here. We could then look through all the different Relume library components here. So let's go to portfolio list, and then it has one right there that it just added for us. Growth marketing roadmap. I'm not going to do that one right now for the purposes of this video, but inquiry page, create a very simple, because we want it to be focused in this case for more conversions, very simple contact page. I'll just replace the contact form with the video ask form later for potential clients who get in touch about a project. Let's see what it says here. Do note also that the nav bar, so for example, the nav bar and the footer, you can have these saved automatically in this Relume Site Builder as a component as well. So this way you change it once in this AI Site Builder tool and it will automatically update throughout the rest of the website too. So let's see, header section, contact form section, contact section. That's just like for phone number, email, etc. And then FAQ section. All right, so this is what I've already had anyway on Video Ask. All right, now I guess we will do this one after all. So create a service page promoting a growth, we'll say diagnostic growth marketing offer that is a micro engagement. I try to give AI tools as much context as possible because that's where I really think it starts to shine. Essentially the strategy phase of a website project that offers them research and analysis on their business, competitors, website/marketing analytics, website audits. I'm really just brainstorming everything that's in here. And then based on all the learnings, a proposed website and digital marketing plan. Generate page. So in the past, if I were going to be doing this just like in Figma, I would have had to find components and do all the thinking myself and then copy and paste it in. So again, what I would really emphasize here is that this will get you like 70 to 80% of the way there, but it is just not at the point at all where you can just completely have this done on autopilot for you. All right, everything looks fine. Again, I'm surprised it didn't actually include a portfolio section here because that's pretty relevant. You can also right click now. I believe this was something that wasn't in the initial launch, but now they've added it. So there's a bunch of cool things you can do here in terms of like right click. So I'm just going to copy and then I'm going to paste. Let's just paste the portfolio like right below. Actually, no, let's have it towards the end here. So very cool. So you can see I've already built out the sitemap here. As you can see, how I would recommend you use this is basically just to get the rough content for each section you actually want to have. You want a header section, you want an about section, a team section, etc. Then once that is actually built out, then click into the wireframe tab. You can see here, it's going to develop all those new wireframes here. Again, if I was just, everything I'm hovering over here in terms of being highlighted in purple here is a section that I would have had to copy and paste manually in Figma. So I can tell you, having done this for probably 30 plus website builds in my career, this would have taken me probably a solid hour to put together in the past. As of the time I'm recording this, it's been less than 10 minutes and I already have all this put together. Again, if you wanted to change anything, you do have the flexibility to change. It really seems like you can only mainly do, for example, even just like minor things. You can, change the side the copy is on. You can change the asset. Maybe I want a video here. You can create it as a global section and it'll update globally throughout the website. And yeah, and then if you wanted to replace the component, it just only gives you recommended components. So in this case, we're actually getting a good amount of recommended ones. But if you wanted a custom component, what you need to do is add a new section, and then you're actually able to browse through the full list of the Relume components. Another thing I don't like about it as of this moment is that Relume has a really awesome ability to have a lot of interesting interactions and effects on the website that you can filter on when you go to the actual component library. But here, I don't see an area to find those very quickly. So that's a little unfortunate, but I'm sure the team is going to be updating that in the meantime. Yeah, what's very cool here is that, so say I was already comfortable with this, I thought everything was good, even though I think we're probably maybe 60% of the way there. What I could just do is export this. So you have different options. So you could export right to Webflow if you were doing that for some reason. I would only ever do that if I was just like working like on myself. I might actually do this, but generally I would always export to Figma, especially if it's going to be a client project. So as you can see here, we need to install a plugin. I should already have it installed. So let's just open up Figma. See what happens. Client wireframes can't show you those just yet. Let's see. Let's go to my personal brands here, and then let's just add a new design file. We'll say UX wireframes. To do this, really, you would want to get a latest copy of the Figma wireframes from Relume, but in this case, we're just doing this quick and dirty for the example for demonstration purposes. All right, so now I have a blank Figma document open. The way you would import it is then you go into, let's see, plugins here, and then I believe there is a Relume one, so let's just search Relume. Here we have the Relume plugin. We're going to need to run that. Let's see, my projects, this is the one, my personal brand website, the sitemap. So you can add either the sitemap or the wireframe. Let's just add the wireframe. We'll see what it does. I'll probably speed this point up in the video. All right, so it took about a minute, so I just fast forwarded that real quick. But as you can see here, it has built out the entire sitemap. And as a bonus, I didn't know it did this originally when I first went to do this for a client project. It also will give you the mobile version of the page as well for every single page or wireframe that has been developed. So as you can see here, this is quite a time saver. You could have even brought this right into Webflow, like there was an option for, and start developing or designing right away in the Webflow designer. But yeah, hopefully you can see here what a game changer this is. Now again, we're still, in terms of actually developing UI wireframes of like final mocked up pages, we're still probably only 33% of the way there, maybe. But as you can see here, we got to that 33% in 15 minutes. So that is pretty solid. Again, from here, if this was actually like a real life client build right here, what I would do is, one, I would probably start writing some copy as well. And then once I got a good idea of what the copy and content is going to be for every section, one, before I go to actually design, in terms of final design, I would find the closest component that fits the idea that I have in my head. And then after that, I would actually start designing with the fonts, the colors, images, the assets, all that type of stuff. Yeah, hopefully you can see what a game changer this is for like the web design space in general, because if you're not using AI tools like this, you're going to be at a pretty big disadvantage. All right, guys, so that is a look at the Relume AI website builder. Honestly, as you can see there, it is pretty cool. And it's really just been 6 or 7 months, I would say, that it's been out. So who knows what this is going to look like in another 6 to 7 months? Who knows what it's going to look like in 2 to 3 years from now? It's going to be pretty wild. Now, if you're in the Webflow space and you're using Webflow as your primary development tool, I highly recommend using this for all client builds going forward. That is what I am doing. Basically, the AI Site Builder tool can save you a ton of time in that initial UX wireframing process just to get the layout and content structure of every page down, and then also giving you some filler copy. Not that I would ever recommend using that copy that it gives you to as like final website copy, because I don't think it's going to do a good job from a conversion perspective. However, it is good enough to at least give your clients a general sense of what the section is going to be about. And then also, I think it's better than lorem ipsum as well. So it's definitely good placeholder / filler copy for now, but I would really just use that as a rough draft, not even V1 copy, but like rough draft copy. And then as you saw there, the workflow is very seamless in terms of just building out the pages initially in the AI Site Builder tool, and then bringing them into Figma, where you have a lot more design flexibility and customization options at your disposal. So that's how it saves you time during the design process. And then during the development process, it saves you a ton of time because there's over 1,000 Relume library components to choose from that you can easily customize while ensuring that everything is going to have the same styles and the same classes as well. So if you want to learn more about the component and library aspect of the Relume toolkit, then definitely check out the video. I already mentioned it once here, but I will do it again here at the end, because that's going to be a great video breaking down exactly how I use the Relume component library for Webflow website builds for all my clients. All right, so hopefully you found this video insightful and helpful, and hopefully it informed your process if you are a fellow Webflow developer or creative. And if you are a business owner or a marketing director, hopefully you can see the value of anyone you potentially hire or bring onto your team using the latest AI marketing tools like this, because it honestly gives you a huge competitive advantage and it can help you get all the work you need to get done a lot faster while also being able to deliver better results. So that's it for me in today's video. Definitely like the video if you actually liked it. Subscribe to my channel, because again, I'm putting out 1 to 2 videos per week all about digital marketing and web design. And then lastly, if you have any questions or you just want to shoot me a comment, just drop a comment and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you again for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.